Welcome to the Red Velvet Cake Studio.
Thank you, sir. Happy to be here.
Yeah, you've been here before, but I wasn't around when
you were not here. When
I was not here,
last
but
time.
you did not perform at the Red Velvet Cake Studios, and we talked about it. And here you are, finally.
Absolutely.
I am, and they can all attest to this. I am your biggest fan.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it.
Maybe your mama told you when she came on the cruise. I begged her. I said, please get your son because I think he is the greatest entertainer since Michael Jackson.
Oh, man. That's
and when I said that on the air, everybody just beat me up. What? Are you absolutely out of your mind this time, Tom Joyner? Nobody. Since Michael Jackson, I said, yes.
That's love, brother.
I said, look it's just your talent.
It's big shoes to fill, but it's an absolute compliment. I appreciate it.
You are an excellent performer. You are a writer. You're an actor, a producer. You're the full. You're everything. You're the full package.
I'm trying to.
I think he wants to date you now. I'm not sure.
It's little bro love. It's a little bro love.
Romance.
Neo, Tom Joyner's about to skywrite you.
Lord,
You know, it started with Gladys Knight. Now coming around.
Man love to me.
It's man love and high.
y'all mind y'all business. That's all right. Nothing wrong.
Neo,
how long you been
scary.
How long you been in the business, man?
At this point, 9 years. Going on 10 years at this point. Yeah.
And it started where? When and where?
The first album came out about 9 years ago. Yeah, in my own words. And, we've been moving since then, man.
What was the first big hit?
First big hit was So Sick. And the ball has just been rolling since then, you know.
We just played Irreplaceable.
Yeah. Shout out to Beyonce and Jay and everybody over there. Yeah, Beyonce. That was one of the biggest hits that I wrote for somebody else. Absolutely.
Greatest man jam.
Okay.
That's the greatest man jam ever, man. It says it all.
Did somebody say that to you, Neo?
Say what?
To the left.
Those lyrics were so. Did somebody tell you get your stuff and move to the left?
Oh no. That story is actually about my aunt and this guy that she was dating, and she was actually mad at me when I wrote the song. Like, you ain't telling people my business, boy. But then once the song started picking up, she's like, if it's anything else you remember, feel free to go ahead.
And what kind of gifts does she get as a result of being
she's
the
well
inspiration for that song?
Anything she asks for, basically.
How did that come about? Did Beyonce request you to do a song about breaking up, or did you have this song on the shelf and send it to Beyonce?
Well,
How does
it
that
was a
work?
song I initially wrote for myself. I mean, it was my aunt's story, but I tried to flip it and to make it mine. And then I realized very rapidly that this is a song that would not work for a man. My fan base is female. I can't be talking about I could have another you in a minute. Matter of fact, she'll be here in a minute.
Yeah.
That just wasn't gonna work.
Yeah.
So
Good
so
man.
once I made this realization, actually, to be honest, there's a couple other female artists that the song went to first that turned it down. They didn't get it.
Who turned it
Oh no.
Wow.
Y'all ain't about to get me in trouble in here this morning.
A-list
Say
A-list
it
artists.
rhymes with.
A-list artist?
A-list artists.
A couple, yeah. Some
Voice
folks
got
that y'all know. I'll say that.
Oh wow!
Really?
Yeah.
Are they calling you now for songs?
Yeah. I've worked with a few of them since then. Yeah. Man.
Well, let's see. Rihanna.
Now we all googling.
Going through the list.
Who is Neo work with?
Jennifer Hudson. Carrie Hilson. You've written songs for all these people. Celine Dion.
Hey, this is a lovely studio.
We getting close.
Carrie-
Celine Dion. Stop right there, Celine Dion.
Love it. No, it didn't go to Celine.
Carrie Underwood.
The Tom Joyner Morning Show.
Okay.
I am here.
Whitney.
Yes, indeed.
Whitney Houston.
The walls is red. I see why I call it the Red Velvet Studio. I get it because the walls are red.
And now let's move on.
Thank
Let's
you.
move on to the new album. This is album number 6.
Album number 6, Nonfiction. Yeah.
Nonfiction. Called Nonfiction because
Called Nonfiction because every single song on this album is a 100% true story.
Yours or someone else's?
Both. Half the
start-
stories belong to me, going over some of the more interesting things that have happened to me over the last couple years and just what it is to be me at this point. But then I wanted to do something kind of special for my fans. Like, y'all work in radio, so y'all know what the climate is right now. A cat will come out and do a song and have a hit, and then next summer he'll be nowhere to be found. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in that I'm still here after 10 years and 6 albums, I owe that completely to my fans. So I wanted to kind of allow them to be part of the creative process this time. So I reached out via my social media asking questions questions about life, love, relationship, and the stories that I really dug, I turned into songs for this album. So about half the album is based on stories given to me by my fans.
At what point when you're going through something, you go, you know what, when I get through this will be a good song? At what point is that?
Or
happen?
while you're going through it.
Or while you're going through it.
Pretty much while you're going through it. It actually becomes one of those things that helps you get through it. Well, for me anyway, I can't speak.
And
for
then
nobody
what's the
else,
writing process? How does it start?
Music, lyrics, how does that?
Instrument?
Both. I mean, there's producers that I work with they'll put together, a skeletal track, to be like a drum beat and maybe a piano or something, and I can write a song to that. Or I'll have a lyric and melody idea in my head that I can take to them, and then they'll build music around it. Like there's really no wrong way.
When you collaborate, Neo, with other artists, because I love your collaborations, do you look at them and go, this is what will work for you, Jennifer Hudson, versus this is what will work for you, Rihanna? Do you do that, or it doesn't matter?
To a degree. I mean, if it's a song that I'm doing with that artist, like a duet, then you kind of want to find that gray area. You want to find a song that's going to allow you to be you and allow that person to be them without either one of you feeling like you have to change what it is you do for it to make sense. You know what I mean? I would hate to get on a song with somebody and that person feel like they had to cater to me, or that I had to cater to them.
Have
you worked with some people you didn't vibe with? Go ahead, Sybil.
Have you had a song where somebody really wants it and you say, this really isn't for you? Or while you're in the production process and it doesn't work for them?
No, I don't. I've never come across that.
You ever been with somebody can't sing?
Or somebody can't sing, or you don't vibe with. How about that?
I gotta say that I've been blessed in that I have yet to work with anybody that I just didn't like. It hasn't really happened yet. Everybody from the biggest names to people just starting out, they get in the studio with me and they understand what it is and why they're there. We're there to produce the best song possible. It's not about egos. It's not about who done sold more records or none of that stuff. It's about the best song coming out of this session.
Okay, let's get into the album.
Speaking of the best songs.
Yeah, Religious.
Yes,
the single.
Absolutely.
All right, who's that about?
Religious is about a guy. It's one of the stories that came
you
from
got
a
off
fan.
Social media.
Yeah, he was talking to me about his wife. He said they've been together for 30 plus years at this point, and he said, "I'm not really a holy roller. I don't go to church every Sunday. It's not a whole lot I could tell you about the Bible, but I know that God exists because only somebody like God could bring a woman like this to a man like me."
Oh.
And I was like, that's
wrote that right there.
That's
man.
the coolest thing I've heard somebody say about their significant other in a while. Yeah. So that's where the song Religious came from.
That could be you. Don't go to church every Sunday, if at all.
And only God could send somebody like Sybil.
Could
send you somebody like Sybil.
Right.
All right.
Only
Nice.
All right, what's gonna be the next single off the album?
I'm not sure. We in that I have a kind of vast fan base, you know what I mean? Like Religious is for a specific type of person. If you're an R&B head, like it's definitely for you. But then I have my dance and EDM fans that like that stuff too. So there's a song called "Coming with You" that kind of rides the line between the two. It's like kind of a throwback to the '90s, a little more up tempo. It's a fun record, you know what I mean? So we might go with that next.
Yeah. Do the move, Neo, with the hat.
The move with the hat?
Go ahead.
What's the move with the hat?
You know the move you do. All right. Which song is about your ex?
Song's about my ex. Man.
Because we had Manetta.
I know. She told me she came on the show.
Yeah, she came on the show. We were in Shreveport.
Yeah. She told me she had a good time. There's a song called "Why" that kind of touches on my imperfections and the infidelities and whatnot. And it's a shorter song. It's a song that kind of consists of a song and then a couple interludes that lead into the song behind it, which is a song called "Congratulations." And that's the one that was honestly a little painful for me. That's probably why the song is as short as it is because even though I knew I had to tell the truth about the situation, it's still not something that's incredibly comfortable to talk about. So
But then what is Congratulations?
Congratulations is it's the continuation of Why. It's after I did what I did and messed it up, and she left, and it is what it is, and she's moved on, and it's not completely about our situation, but it touches on our situation. I know that this is something that I will eventually feel. It basically speaks on, you know, she's moved on, and all that I can say at this point is congratulations. You know, she's the one that got away.
You have a couple of bonus on here too, on bonus tracks. I know on iTunes. I don't know. Come on over. Is it
Come over? Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come over
like
is another one that it's based in reality, but it's also, that one is kind of a how do I put this? It's some of my story and then some of a story from a fan. Okay. I kind of took my situation and that situation and put them together, and it's kind of a you know, say you were with somebody, broke up, you run into this person again, and you just, all the good stuff starts coming back. So you know, you call one night, and it's kind of a, is there a chance to rekindle this type of situation? Right. That's what Come Over is.
And then the next song is I Know Why We're Not Together Anymore.
Well, no, Come Over kind of ends it. That's kind of the one that I kind of left Come Over at a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Like,
you
don't know if she decides to try it again or not. You know, I kind of left that in the that decision in the listeners. You know, and yes, it's in your hands. Like, what would you do? You know.
You certainly did.
I bet when you were a kid and Valentine's came around.
I have always been a person to love real fast and real hard. I fall quick. That's who I've always been.
And when Valentine's came around, man, you were just writing poems. And
oh yeah. But I was a little shyer than I am now. You know, that's where a good majority of my first songs came from. A book full of poems that I wrote to girls that I just didn't have the courage to give it to the girl I wrote it about.
How old were you again when you started writing?
About 9.
Poetry.
About 9 years old.
Wow. That's about the age of my son Jeffrey. I'm gonna have to.